Good afternoon. Welcome to our online GC class for today. We are looking at naming of organic compounds. So we want to name this compound together. This is CH3. So we have CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3R, CCl, Cl, CH3. So there are rules we have used for naming organic compounds. Let's look at the rules. I'm going to give you three rules that we're going to use to name this particular compound. Rule number one is identify the longest continuous carbon chain. Identify the longest continuous carbon chain. Then rule number two, number the carbon atom. Number the carbon atom from the end by giving the lowest number to the substituent or functional groups. Then the rule number three, if there are two or more substituents, or functional groups, then you have to, if there are two or more substituents or functional groups, then arrange them or name them in alphabetical order. Let me use the word name instead of arrange. Name them in alphabetical order. Now, these are the rules we are going to apply here to name this particular organic compound. Now, rule number one says identify the longest continuous carbon chain. Let's identify the longest chain here. If you start counting from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 carbons. If you start from here, this is 1, 2, 3. If you start from here, this is 1, 2, 3. So if you start from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 carbons here. So let's start naming from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 carbons here. The longest chain is 6 carbon. And how do we even know the parent name if there are 6 carbon? Look at how we identify the parent name. If it is 1 is called met, et is called 2, prop is 3, bot is 4, pent is 5, x 6, ept 7, opt 8, non 9, and dec is 10. So now this is 6 carbon. That means this is an hexane, X. So that has been identified already. Number the carbon atom from the end by giving the lowest number to the substituent or functional groups. By giving the lowest number to the substituent. Let's name this from here. Now and we are told in rule number 3 that if there are 2 or more substituents or functional groups, name them in alphabetical order. Alphabetical order means that B comes before C and before CH3. The CH3 here is actually a methyl group. We have the alkyl group, which is a substituent. So methyl belongs to the alkyl group. Then we have chlorine, and bromine. The chlorine, and bromine, they are functional group. They belong to the group called the halogens, which is group 7 in the periodic table. Group 7 elements are called the halogens. Chlorine, and bromine are halogens. They are group 7. They are functional groups. So we have to arrange them in alphabetical order. So B will come before C, then before N. So we have, let's name it now, we have 4-bromo. Then on number 5 carbon, on number 4 we have bromine, 4-bromo. On number 5 we have chlorine. But look at it, on number 5 the chlorine appears twice. We have one up, we have one down. So we are going to write it, we have to write it twice. So that will be 5, 5. 5, 5 means that on carbon number 5 we have chlorine up and down. So 5, 5 dichloro. Dichloro means 2 chlorine. Then on carbon number 2 we have the methyl. So we have 2 methyl. Then the parent name is S, ethane. So that is the first naming. Now let's name it. Let me start counting from here. Let me clean everything here. Now let me start counting from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I start now let's name it now. On carbon number 3 now we have bromine. We have bromine on carbon number 3. That is 3-bromo. On carbon number 2 we have 2 chlorine. 1 up, 1 down. That is 2,2-dichloro. 2,2-dichloro. Then on carbon number 5 we have methyl. 5-methyl-hexane. So the question is, which of these two naming is correct? Now come back to rule number 3. If there are 2 or more sorted functional groups. No, let's look at rule number 2 rather. Number the carbon atom from the end by giving the lowest number. So we must give the lowest number to the substituent and functional groups. Here, bromine is number 4. Here, bromine is number 3. 3 is lower than 4. Here, bromine is number 2, 2. Here, chlorine is 2, 2 here. Chlorine is 5, 5 here. Of course, 2, 2 is lower. But the best way to also get it is, let's add all the numbers here together. 4 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2. Everything gives you 16. Then let's add all the numbers here together. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5. 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 5. Everything gives you 12. So between 16 and 12, which is lower? Of course, 12. So this is the correct naming. Thank you. See you in our next class. Bye for now.